Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to talk about the country that the world doesn't just call a superpower, but the king of revolutionary science. Yes, we are talking about China, a nation that doesn't just dream, but turns those dreams into reality. These are the people who carve rivers through mountains and then sail ships on them. They dig tunnels through the earth as if it were wax. You've seen cars driving on roads, but in China, cars fly in the air. This isn't just technology. It's the kind of magic that leaves scientists stunned and makes rivals tremble. In today's video, we will show you some of China's secret and astonishing projects that have not only shocked the world, but some are so unbelievable that the human mind itself refuses to accept them. But before we move forward, a small request. If you are new to our channel, please do subscribe. And if you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button, because this one is going to be very interesting. Floating ship project. It all started when China's rapidly growing economy faced a serious challenge. On one hand, billions of dollars worth of goods weren't reaching their destinations on time. On the other, transporting goods by road across China's mountainous regions was no less than a trial. Much of China's land is covered by mountains, valleys, and twisted routes. With such difficult terrain and a population in the billions, moving goods by road became a nightmare. The alternative was to use ships. But even at sea, China found little relief. The South China Sea is prone to constant storms, unpredictable weather changes, and dangerous rocky passages. Ships were forced to take long detours, which not only extended travel time, but also sent fuel costs skyrocketing. To overcome this, China launched a floating ship project. First, they cut through mountains to create giant water channels, or aqueducts, where rivers now flow through tunnels carved into mountains. Then they developed a special lift system to carry entire ships. A huge water platform holds a ship, and with the help of powerful machinery, it is lifted up or lowered down, just like an elevator, except this one carries an 800-ton vessel. Amazingly, the entire process is so smooth and quiet that passengers barely notice they've been lifted to the height of a 30-story building. This system saves time, fuel, manpower, and reduces environmental stress. In short, the same mountains that once blocked China's path were turned into China's pathway. Flying highway project. Next comes the flying highway. This project began at the end of 2020 when China decided to tackle increasing traffic congestion, accidents, and pollution in its major cities. Traditional bridges and underpasses weren't solving the problem. So China announced construction of a new kind of road, one that would rise above the ground and control light, speed, and pressure on its own. This flying highway is essentially a transparent steel and fiberglass road built on towering pillars. It weaves between skyscrapers, and cars drive on it at racing track speeds. Yet the system is so stable and safe that there's no noise, no bumps, no interruptions. The road also contains solar panels that generate its own electricity. Built-in smart sensors analyze each vehicle's speed, weight, and direction. If a car overspeeds or needs to brake, the road itself can control it. In other words, this isn't just a road. It's a living AI system capable of making decisions. The project has already been tested in Beijing, Shanghai, and Chongqing, and will soon expand across China. Subterranean Society Project. Now, let's talk about one of China's most secretive projects, the Subterranean Society. In the late 1990s, population pressure in major cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou had reached alarming levels. Tall buildings, cramped roads, pollution, noise, and natural disasters made urban life miserable. That's when the Chinese government quietly launched a revolutionary plan to build an entire world underground, where people could live full lives without ever seeing the sky. These underground settlements included not only residential apartments, but also schools, hospitals, shopping centers, offices, public transport, power plants, and even sports stadiums. China created fully self-sufficient underground cities capable of sheltering millions in case of emergencies. Equipped with advanced sensors and AI systems, they control electricity, air, water, light, and temperature. They are built to withstand nuclear attacks, earthquakes, and extreme climate change. Entering one feels like stepping into a space station, except it's buried beneath the ground. Some of these underground cities stretch over 60 kilometers in length and go 20 to 50 meters deep. Reports suggest they also contain secret passageways connecting military bases, ready for use in emergencies. Today, these systems serve not only the public, but also national defense and future urban planning. Space Solar Power Station. Finally, let's look at the Space Solar Power Station. In the summer of 2022, as the world struggled with global warming, energy crises, and rising fuel prices, China quietly began a project that could change everything, generating electricity in space and transmitting it back to Earth. We all know how solar panels work on the ground, but they only work during the day, and their efficiency drops with rain, clouds, or dust. In space, however, The sun shines 24/7 with no interruptions. So China decided to build solar farms in orbit. Thousands of solar panels would capture sunlight around the clock and beam it back to Earth through microwaves or lasers received by special ground stations. This project, called Project Omega, plans to launch its first module into orbit by 2028. Initially, it will power around 100,000 homes, but in the future, entire cities could run on space-generated electricity. China claims that one day, this technology will free the world from oil, gas, and coal. So ladies and gentlemen, if you too believe the future is changing and we need to think beyond the ordinary, then give this video a like right now. Share your thoughts and comments. And if you want to know more about such astonishing projects, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.